get ready, tune in, unwind. It's the Smoke World Podcast. It's time to talk about what's happening, baby. So run, don't crawl. It's the Smoke World Podcast. It's time to think, so go ahead and get yourself a smooth drink. It's the Smoke World Podcast. Light up your cigar, put your feet up, and don't go too far. So tune in weekly in your car, at home, or on your phone, and listen in the Smoke World Podcast, hosted by Stone.
What's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of Smoke World. I'm your host, Stone. So go grab that stick, go grab a glass, whatever you're drinking. Let's sit back and have that conversation. I'm live in the lounge. El Cheapo sitting next to me. Our guest, our lovely guest, Mr. Stella, who's entrepreneur, podcaster, military service, sister of the leaf. Folks, welcome to the show. Mrs. Stella, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. Thank you. And you know, that's my name, but you know, they call me Stellar.
Stellar.
Yes,
okay.
Stellar.
Oh, what's that all about? Talk to us.
So, for those that don't know, it's Latin, right? So Stella's Latin. It means a star. And my middle name's Renee, so it's Stellar. My family, my friends, everybody call me Stell. Hyphenated with an R. It's Stellar. I'm a star.
Oh.
You should just call it Star.
There you go.
Yeah, I think I like that easier.
I like that, yeah.
I'm a shining star, no matter who you are,
There you
just
go.
what be. Don't hate on my voice.
And you know, Prince also has that song
Play the
too.
drum.
You know.
Man, come on, bro.
You know, Prince has
Play
that
the
song
drum.
too.
He's a hater right
I'm
now.
a star. You may not know right now.
So, as a
Yeah.
sister of the leaf, I always love to ask my sisters of the leaf this one question. First of all, how long have you been loving on this leaf? How long have you been smoking?
Oh gosh, probably since 2005.
2005.
2005.
Now, how did that start? Did someone share a cigar with you?
Absolutely. So the guy I was dating with,
Oh,
At the
guy you was
time.
dating. Okay, talk.
yeah,
Let's get
he
juicy.
loved cigars.
Okay.
And he had this thing that every time his birthday rolled around, all he wanted to do was smoke a cigar. So
his
we would
birthday,
always,
only on
his
birthdays.
birthday,
Okay.
right? It was just something. Now, granted, he might have smoked it periodically prior to that. However, as far as for me, it was, okay, on my birthday, I want us to go somewhere and we just smoke a cigar. Usually it was down at the beach. So we would go down to the beach, find a little cigar shop, sit out on the patio, smoke the cigar, relax. He would get his tan.
It's
You
tan.
know.
Okay.
Puerto
okay.
Rican, you know.
Okay,
He could tan. Me,
okay,
I'm
okay.
there with a floppy hat because I only got a couple more shades that I can sacrifice.
She didn't say
Who's
nothing
out
about
there
her
working
tan.
you know.
No, I wasn't working no tan. Nah, I need to maintain the color I got right now.
Okay, gotcha.
No.
Okay, so do you recall what cigar he gave you? Because I don't.
Nah,
I don't
I
remember.
think we just went in there and he was just like, pick whatever you think visually you would like.
Okay, so do you recall? Was it infused? Did it have a flavor, or was it a regular cigar he gave you?
You're talking
And
like 20 years ago.
I
That's like
understand.
asking me what I ate last week.
Oh, damn.
I have no idea to
No
be
idea.
honest.
Now, did you smoke prior? Did you smoke cigarettes? You smoke weed?
Negative.
None of that.
No.
So you just brand spanking
Nada.
new, putting
Yep,
some
and it-
tobacco in your mouth.
Yep.
Wow.
Now, I did try to smoke marijuana, but I didn't know how to inhale. So cigars are great for me because I
Yes.
never inhale.
Yeah,
So
no,
it's
not
just the
something you
perfect
wanna
thing.
do and inhale.
So, you know, we would do that all the time. And then after that, I started progressing into my Leica cigars. And next thing you know, found a couple other females that also smoked. And we would just go to different places and try out different cigars. And that became our trend.
El Cheapo's over here. He got questions.
I'm
You have to go to the lounge. What would you select?
Now, there's one, and I'm trying to remember the name of it, and I have to go back and look. But it's Perdomo. It's infused, has a little bit of a sweet taste, and I'd have to go back and look. I can't remember, but I know the box whenever I see it. I've never seen them here.
I've never seen them.
I can tell you, I get them at CIs, as you know. So I'd have to go back and look. That's a shame. Legends.
Oh, the Legends. Okay.
I like the Legends. It has a sweet wrapper, but it's very smooth.
Okay, see, I mixed that. Okay.
It goes with just about anything, you know, and then it just depends. Sometimes I'm more bold, you know, sometimes medium bodied. It just doesn't matter. It's kind of like alcohol. I can drink from one side of the bar to the other, lights, darks, even mix it. It don't matter.
Speaking of
You
alcohol,
know.
see, Stone, this is gonna be my podcast. I told you already.
Talk to it, baby.
So, what do you pair with your cigar?
Right now, I have a honey whiskey.
Is that your normal? So, if you come into a lounge right now, you have a cigar in your hand, what is your go-to drink?
I don't have one.
I don't either.
I'm a person of mood. I can sit and drink a glass of wine with that. I can have vodka over the rocks with a twist of lemon and lime. You know, I could have amaretto on the rocks with a cigar.
See, I'm a brown person.
Yeah, I had
have
that.
It don't
some
matter.
bourbon or cognac with mine.
Yeah, see, it doesn't matter for
Really brings
me.
it out.
I'm flexible like that too. Yesterday
Exactly.
I was doing 4 rows.
I'm a chameleon.
Yeah.
I blend in any environment.
Okay,
Absolutely,
so now,
absolutely.
Let's talk about your book. You're an author.
Okay,
You shared that with me the last time we
Yes.
spoke, but
Yes.
we didn't really get in detail.
okay.
Okay, so first of all,
Yes.
is it one book or several books? that
One
you
book.
wrote?
Just started out
Okay.
with the first. You know, got to crawl before I walk. So, you know, it's
Okay.
not, doesn't have a lot of pages in it, but it's the thought that counts, right? So I hit the areas of the book that I wanted to.
Okay, so let's talk about this book.
Okay.
The name of the book is what?
It's called The Dating Pool.
The Dating.
The Dating Pool. The dating pool is contaminated. Somebody shit in the pool. Yes,
Now,
sir.
interesting name.
Yes.
The concept is interesting. Mm-hmm. Now, you have to give us the reason why you named it that.
Okay.
And somebody shitting in the pool or pissing in the pool, fucking up the water.
That's the
Okay.
problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so let's
Hey,
Everybody
when you go to
pisses,
the pool and
but see-
everybody pisses, shit in the
But
pool.
everybody
Shit-
pisses in the pool, so that's the norm, right? You go in the pool, you know somebody
They
pissed in the
supposed to
pool.
be.
Nah, you ain't supposed to be.
Like,
They
yeah,
don't
right.
supposed to, but come on, let's face it. You see
I'll be
somebody
too
in there
afraid of
5 and
that
6.
guy coming up.
Yeah, right.
Oh, look what you just
Look,
did.
you see somebody, yeah, the guy ain't there yet. But just imagine, you see somebody in the pool all day. You know they didn't get out and go to the bathroom. So you know they did it in the pool. It's just a given. That's why you never swallow the water.
Do you piss in the
So,
pool?
so she about telling
Forget that.
herself. That's what
Do
I'm
you
saying.
piss in the
No,
pool?
I don't piss in the pool.
Star?
No.
So
I
everybody
get up-
else is pissing in the pool.
I get up and go to
but
the.
you ain't pissing
yeah,
in the
because Karma's
pool.
a motherfucker. So, yeah, no.
Come
Because
on.
it'd be that one time you go underneath the water, you might get a cough or something, then it go all up in your mouth, and then next thing you know, you licking on somebody else's piss and the
accidental.
balls and everything, and
Go on.
coochie la
You
la
got a
la,
bunch of
hoochie
chlorine
coochie
in
la
there,
la
take
la.
care of it.
So, you know, people do it all the time.
Water
Now, if
gets
they
in your
poop,
lung, accident.
they shit in the pool, you're going to see it. It's evident. The whole thing's contaminated. Everybody got to get their asses out because they got to go in there and do what? Clean the pool out, right? Pour chlorine, all that type of stuff. pH balance might not be right. You know. Y'all seen the movie, what was it?
I'm thinking about Eddie Murphy with G.I. Joe.
No, it was the one with Bill Murray. Matter of fact, I got a clip of it in the podcast. But anyway, he was like, Dookie, it was a candy bar. Oh gosh. What the heck was that movie? It was a golf movie back in the 80s. But anyway, it'll come to me.
Caddyshack, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Caddyshack, yes, thank you. You're right. Caddyshack, right? So everybody in the pool having fun, right? He accidentally, you know, somebody gets like, I think it was a Babe Ruth, went in the pool, it's floating. Next thing you know, everybody's having fun. We could even pull up the clip. Dookie! Everybody start getting out the pool. They hauling ass, right? Next thing you know, at the end, they contaminate, you know, decontaminate the pool, everything. Bill Murray's in there cleaning it. The lady's like, oh my gosh. And all of a sudden, he picks it up, sniffs it, and eats it. She goes, oh, and passes out. Right? So, you know, everybody was in there splashing, pissing, but no sooner they seen that turd in there, everybody's out the pool.
All right, so how does that relate to your book and the idea and the concept that you created this shitting in the pool?
Okay.
So what are you saying, that the dating pool is shitty?
It can be, depending on your age and stage in life. So it came about because it was a few friends that were divorcees. We were all hanging out with our married friends, having a ball. We realized, hey, you know what? We're the 3 divorcees. We're out here dating, and we had age gaps, right? So I'm in the 50s. He was in the 40s. She was in the 30s. So right there, we got 3 generations worth of dating, right, and how it looks. But we noticed the commonality between it all of what we was dealing with, which was some shit. Right? People present themselves one way. After a couple dates, you like, yeah, nah, you not what you said. You full of shit, right? So anyway, one of the guys came up with, he is like, you know what? This shit is crazy. He was like, the dating pool's contaminated. It's full of shit. And so we started meeting up. Started calling ourselves the dating pool. Next thing you know, we brought other people. We was talking. Next thing you know, I said, we're a posse now. So during that conversation, I got enlightened to a whole bunch of topics within the dating world and how I was full of shit. So I wrote them all down in my phone. I still have it to this day. Wrote them all down, and I said, you know what, this almost sounds like a chapter to a book. And so I was joking around. I was like, hey, you know, I should write a book about this shit, literally. Brought it to my mom. I was like, hey, you know, I'm thinking about writing this book. Listen to these topics. My mom was like, oh, that's hilarious. I think that'll be a good book. And so the journey began.
So can I ask you a question?
Yes.
You're saying that you created a list.
Yes.
Can you give us a few items off that list?
I sure can. Can you give me just a
Absolutely.
moment while I, log into my phone? You know, gotta have security on here. You just never know.
So
All
El
right?
Cheapo, as she's doing that,
Oh, yeah.
I'm curious to know this scene when they were coming together while she's doing her thing. Were they still dating, or I guess we're asking when they're meeting? Were they online doing? I gotta ask that. I'm always curious to know how they're meeting people. Because it seems like everybody's meeting everybody online. Nobody's going to church. Nobody's at the market.
Mm-hmm.
But the lounge, I'm hearing different views on the lounge dating.
yeah.
So I'm sorry.
you're-
You know what I mean?
No, you're good, because I done made some people here that was full of shit. So,
All right, well, let's
there
go
you
ahead. You got your list
All right,
up.
so you just
Let's-
want two, right?
Whatever. Share. How many you want to share?
All right. The real shit. That's some perfect world shit. No shit, Sherlock. People are so full of shit. Ain't this some shit? Shit just got real. I'm over this shit, and I ain't taking no more shit.
Hey,
Now, is there anyone
And God I
particularly that you
trust,
rock
everyone
with?
else is suspect.
Okay, I can rock with that. Now, is there one that would be your mantra? That you know what? This is my number one.
Number
stay away
one.
from?
Yeah, I don't know. Out of those
I
shit.
ain't taking no more shit.
You ain't taking no more shit.
Yes.
Well, that's the thing. It appears to be now you have a nice bling bling on your finger. It looks like.
Not just the finger. We had that conversation.
Yeah, she's blinging
come in
all over
blinging.
the place.
That's why you get
Absolutely.
insured, then you know for sure.
Yeah, so,
So,
now
you know,
you're out of the dating pool.
Hold on, yeah, she ain't taking no more shit.
I ain't taking no more shit.
She's tired of the shit.
Yeah.
She wiped up and everything. Clean.
Got a little brush, you got to clean your shoes off and everything. Scrub before you come in there. Don't even bring that shit to my house.
So before you got to this point, because you said you was a divorcee. Is that-
Before I got to it,
you was divorced. You was married before.
yes, divorce.
Okay, so you're divorced. So you're out in this dating pool, and I'd like to talk to the sister because I'm understanding this dating pool is not your friend. It's
No.
really, they're telling me they're having a rough time with some crazy people they're meeting.
I believe it. And it all depends on what are your goals and your expectations. But it's also about the person bringing their true, authentic self, especially at this age, right? You don't got time, right? The years ahead of us are shorter than the ones behind.
Yes.
So I ain't got time. Let's cut through this shit, right? Let's get to it. What do you want? What are you expecting? And where are you trying to go?
So if you wouldn't mind sharing, answer those questions.
Okay.
So you may be able to help some other folks out.
So,
And because you're right, we have
Okay.
more time behind us than we
Yep.
do ahead of us. We got time to play.
yeah,
It is what it is.
that is
I'm not
correct.
gonna be not gonna bullshit each other. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I want. And if you can supply that, maybe we can have a conversation. So now, how long have you been engaged now? How long has it been?
Over a year.
Over a year. Okay.
Congratulations on that.
Absolutely.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I believe the wedding's going to take place this year. Is that
Yes,
correct?
it is.
Oh, wow.
As a matter of fact, I don't know if
Locked him
you, I don't know if you heard the phone in the background. That was him now. You know,
Oh, okay.
you know, we
You
keep our
know?
communication lines
Look,
open.
look. She found her man. He proposed to her in January. January the 2nd, she had her wedding date set.
Look. No. Actually, in reality, it was. Let's see. We met in April and made it official
How did y'all meet?
online. Believe it or not,
Okay, so online.
online.
So online is the prominent place where most people seem.
If you wanna extend your parameters, you know what I mean. So you know.
And what's your,
doesn't-
okay, so what's your thought process as far as dating anybody? Have you met anyone, dated anyone in the lounge, or would you say that's taboo because you don't want to shit when you eat? Speaking of shit.
Nah, I've done that before, but yeah, you know, I would say that you meet a lot of different people, and for me, when I was on there were stages. So you got the fake phony number,
Oh, you got one.
What?
the fake phony number. So it was like a rogue number. A friend told me about it. Yeah, there you go. Right? Had that number. I said, now, when I first meet you, that's the number you get, because you're not gonna be blowing up my personal
I
line.
can understand that.
That way I can delete you, remove you, whatever. So there was phases.
Yeah.
You know, so okay, we talk, we feel comfortable. I give you that rogue number. Then I meet up, comfortable. Then you might get the real number. If not, we not vibing, we not clicking. You stay over here to the fake and phony. But you may migrate to the real deal, which that was the case here. We migrated. He's like, oh, damn, I didn't even realize that was like a dummy number. I was like, well, you wasn't supposed to know, I tell you. You know.
Hold on. So when did you tell me your right name?
Oh, right from the jump. I don't have a problem with
Right
that.
up front?
I don't have a problem with that.
I'm thinking fake name.
Now back in the day, oh, yeah.
Fake picture.
My name
all
was
that.
Lisa.
Uh-huh.
It was Lisa, because I can remember that name real easy. And what was my number? My number is 302-867-5309.
That used to be our old home number. That shit's been disconnected.
I don't know what that. I don't know. I'm not from Delaware, so I don't know what that means anything.
867-5309. So mine was 302. But the way you say it, you didn't even catch on. See?
Right.
I was giving you Jenny's number.
So you, okay, all right.
But I did have, like I said, the Google phone.
Right.
So that way I would know who and go from there. And I would say where I met them, whether it's at a lounge, online, out in the cut, on the highway. You'd be surprised where you meet people.
That's my whole point. That's what I was asking.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, how many did you have to go through until you found Mr. Right?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, it's
How
like
many
that.
people? Oh, yeah. It was probably about a good
You complete the fifth,
20.
ma'am, as your
Oh,
attorney.
no.
Okay.
You know, he said, how many have I met, or talked to? It was at least 20. Because you had to screen them now. How many I actually met, like, in person? Probably like a handful. Because they didn't make it that far.
Now, what was your perimeter? Was 20 miles?
As
50
far as you're
miles.
willing to go, but you was not coming to my house. I might have met them here. I might have met
or they would
them.
have to come to you.
It just depend on the vibe. But I wasn't going all the way. Like, usually it was like, okay, where do you live at? Okay, we're going to be halfway.
Okay.
I'll meet you halfway.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's fair.
That's fair. Yeah.
Now, if they was an ass, you coming all the way to Delaware and you'll be right here at the lounge.
Gotcha. Now, did you let them know you smoke? Like, hey, I'm a cigar smoker.
If I'm meeting at the cigar lounge.
That's what I wanted to know. I was thinking, like,
Although I
okay.
had a high school friend who it wasn't a dating thing, but we just happened to hang out. And he's like, yeah, I don't really smoke. Well, your dumb ass was okay when I said we're going to meet at a cigar lounge, so suck it up. Literally.
Maybe
So-
drink.
Because that was a friend that was trying to be more than a friend. We know what that's about, right?
Oh, he
Say
might have
you
wanted to be
just
more than a friend, but yeah,
oh,
no.
Baby,
No.
you got what I need.
He definitely was not. If I can't close your eyes and picture you naked, we're not going to be together like
Yeah,
that.
What?
Let me rewind it, because I know
Yeah.
I talk Spanglish sometimes.
Yeah.
I said, if I close my eyes and can't picture the person naked, we will never go there.
That's different. I would actually elaborate, but I don't think I
Let's see if a man said that. What would that be?
I don't know.
I don't say that to their face, but that's what I be
But
thinking.
if I'm sitting
Y'all
here
be thinking
talking to you,
things.
sitting
Y'all
up
be
there saying,
thinking
I can't
things.
see you
Look
naked.
at Eddie Murphy with the girl with the
First of all, I'm
feet.
gonna see you naked anyway. Question is if I'm going to enjoy it or not.
If my skills are right, I think we'll be able to accomplish that mission.
No, I don't think so.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah,
I ain't saying maybe that moment, but that's how it works. It
Nah,
works
it's
on
just-
both sides. If your skill is right, you ain't got to imagine.
Oh,
You can get
I'm
'em
very
now.
self-confident. I know my
I'm saying you can
ability,
get
so
'em
I'm
now.
confident.
So
I'm not worried about that, but it's on the other end. I'm just like, some people you just hang out with and they cool,
Right,
because
right.
you know you never going to go there with them. I don't care. They could be butt
Quickly
naked,
do
ready.
you put men in that friend zone?
How can I put them in the friend
How
zone?
quickly do you put them in that friend zone? It's like when you
Within the
first
first
see
date
him,
or two. No.
Oh, first date or two. So it's not like when you first see him, you like.
No,
that's
because
his friend.
sometimes it'd be a brother who is sharp, and then it's like, yeah, no.
personality sucks.
Yeah, they're too cocky. Usually the cocky ones are the ones that are like a challenge. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to have you roped around just for fun.
Oh, damn.
Rope them around.
Roped around just for fun. I'm a Scorpio.
What do you define as
Oh,
cock?
you a Scorpio?
Oh, yeah. No, he done perked up.
Yeah. He like, yeah.
November 21st. I'm a
November
Sagittarius.
5th.
Oh, Cece, you know
I'm
what
a
it is.
strong Scorpio.
You know what it
You know what that
is.
Scorpio shit's about.
You know what it is.
We
So I
know
got a little bit
it.
of Sagittarius.
All right, cut the bullshit. Cut it out.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Come on.
So, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
What?
Huh?
That's two Scorpio
Yeah.
stuff there. If you're a Scorpio,
Scorpio.
You already know.
or
You already
anybody
know.
else who knows about Scorpio,
You already
what it's
know.
about.
You know your capabilities. You're
Yeah.
not even worried, right? So,
Yeah, I had an old
Yeah.
girlfriend back in the day, back in the early 90s. She was a Scorpio. Yeah, she was something else. Had to straighten her out a little bit.
You
With
ain't,
that
straight out,
Libra.
you ain't straight out Scorpio female.
Absolutely.
exactly.
To this
exactly.
day, to this day, you know what? Now this long time ago.
He had to put that in there.
That disclaimer. That was what Jefferson told me. Now, I saw years ago. That was the worst mistake to let you go. I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. Get your ass on out of here. But, okay, so we're moving forward. So you met your man, April.
Yes.
You met him online.
Yep. We
Obviously
connected.
got Bob.
He
You
said,
looked at him and you said, I can imagine him naked, obviously.
yeah, I was just like, okay, he's cool. I had a nice time. He's like, you gonna be mine? I said, yeah, okay.
From the first date, he said that.
Yeah, within like the first month or so, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna take you off the market. I'm like, yeah. You know, cause you hear that shit. Yeah, nigga, I hear you.
Okay.
You know.
So how did that make you feel when he said that? Did that
I've heard that before, so I'm just like, yeah, we'll see.
Okay. So
That's very confident.
yeah.
Challenge on.
Yeah, that's a confident female right there.
So, fast forward, December of that same year.
Put a ring on it.
Right. Like I said, December, January, she had her date set.
There you
She
go.
wasn't playing. That's my man. I'm taking him off the market.
Or ditto. Vice versa. Both. Okay.
There you got it.
All right. Okay. Sounds good. Okay.
Yeah.
Look, Stone, she was like, I'm tired of this shit. I had my man. He ain't making me shit anymore.
The dating pool.
We're gonna do this shit.
So if I can ask,
Yes.
where did he live? Because you're a Delawarean. Mm-hmm. Was he in Delaware?
Yep, he was in Delaware.
Okay, he was in Delaware.
Yep,
So okay,
in
so you
Delaware.
got so you hit the jackpot.
Yeah,
Because you
yeah.
didn't have to travel
Yeah,
20
no
to
travel.
30, 40-mile radius.
Nah.
You hook up with him and say, hey,
Yeah.
this is what we're going to do.
Hey, we
Let's
sat
make
down
up.
and
Now, does he smoke cigars?
yes, he does. He's a recovering cigarette smoker, which I don't do. So he's been crawling
Does he
over to the
still-
cigar. However, it's hard for him to find a cigar that truly gives him that feel that he gets with a cigarette.
Oh, you
I
can't
told
do
him keep
that.
trying
So, okay, so he still smokes cigarettes? every
Yes.
month. Okay.
periodically because I don't like it, but at the same time, it's a crawl.
Yes.
So we working with it. We're working with it.
Okay. So, now, this book is out.
Yes,
And this book, where can we get this book?
it is on Amazon
It's on Amazon.
and Barnes and Noble.
And Barnes & Noble. And it's called The Dating
The
Pool.
Dating Pool.
Now, what name are we using as the author so we can look it up and make sure we
My
have
name,
the right book?
Estelle.
Okay, because there might
Estelle
be some other
Murray,
books
yep.
named that.
Yep. You'll see it as a nice little cartoon or characters on there. So it's
So-
4 people sitting by the pool.
I just got one question. She says the right amount of pages. What do you consider the right amount of pages? Remember before she said it was just enough. Is it 150, 200?
Yeah, it's about probably like 153, 158. It's an
Oh,
easy
I'm
read.
not-
Everybody was like,
Okay.
"Oh, I love it."
Big font? Us blind people.
No,
People
that's
don't like
nice
to read.
enough. It's for 50 and over font.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Old people fun.
Yeah, my friends that were like reading it in the draft format were in
Okay.
their 50s. So if they can read the pages, then
Put your
it
glasses
should be
on.
okay.
Stop
There
playing.
you go.
Put your-
And nowadays you can always get the online version,
Yes.
and you can see it right there. So got a little something for
Is it
everybody.
on Audible? Have you-
No,
Okay.
no, just like the Kindle or whatever,
I got
where
you.
you can.
Gotcha.
do
Let's
that.
talk about the podcast.
Yes.
Because I know your time is valuable and I appreciate your time.
Yes.
Your podcast. What's the name of your podcast?
It is called The Dating Pool Posse.
The Dating Pool Posse.
Yes.
Is it you by yourself or you have
So I have
co-hosts?
guests. I have some co-hosts. We've been trying to pick up our momentum. We started out, okay, we're going to do a certain amount every so often, but then life happens. So we're slowly getting back into that battle rhythm. We've got probably, right now I'm doing phases of dating. So I'm kind of setting the foundation so people kind of understand, the honeymoon phase and, the new phase.
Well,
So
what is the honeymoon phase? What is that?
the honeymoon phase is, when you first meet somebody and it's all shiny and rosy and new. You're putting on your best front for some people, right? You may not be showing your true, authentic self. And everything's good, but then as you start transitioning through your phases, things kind of change up. Start seeing a little bit of the person beyond that shininess. And that's when you usually know. Now, usually there's lights going off, but people sometimes look at it in a rosy lens. So they're like, well, maybe they'll change or maybe they'll do this or whatever. It's like, no, how you got that motherfucker is how they're going to be. So you need to understand that. But it also means you need to show your authentic self. So, and that comes with age, or some people just didn't give a fuck at the beginning, right? But, as you get older, you're just like, yo, I ain't got time to be sitting there eating a salad when I know I want the pot stickers and, all this other stuff that we be clowning about, right? Or is there food in my teeth? You hit 50, you're like, yo, is there food in my teeth? Like,
boogie in my nose.
Yeah, boogie in my nose, or you fly down, or, whatever. So, it's different.
How long do you think the honeymoon stage lasts? What's been your opinion?
Honeymoon can last anywhere from 3 months to a year. Just depends on the individuals.
3 months to a year?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you agree with that? I mean, how could you...
Man, I've been out of the dating scene so
understand,
long.
me too. I ain't say snitching, so I ain't say nothing like that.
So what do you mean by you've been out of the dating scene?
Yeah, break it down.
I need you to elaborate that.
Yeah, because
I've been married
don't mean nothing.
So long.
See, here we go. Here we go.
Break
See,
it down, star.
So
break
look.
it down. Break
Look,
it
look,
down.
So long.
No, my brother.
How long have you been
The
married?
dating does not stop. How long have you been married?
I got that.
Yeah.
Over
So
30 years.
So there you go. So you've still been dating for 30 years. Right? Because life change, you have children.
Right. You're great.
Right. You're going from the empty nest, first having kids, child rearing, financial, getting ready for retirement, then the empty nest, then y'all two looking at each other now like the kids is gone, now I'm here with
But when
you.
you start talking about the different stages, like the honeymoon stage.
Oh,
you've been
yeah,
married,
that's
all
just the
that,
foundational.
That's the foundation.
Yeah, that's just the foundation. That's not dating.
Yeah.
Right? That's
dating for once you're in a relationship, it changes.
That's correct.
You do have to give each other attention and things like that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Yes, once you're married,
There's
you
levels
still
of
gotta
dating.
You still got to continue to.
Right. There are parts of dating that
Yeah.
you still need to maintain, like quality time, communication, sexual gratification, whatever that is, whether it's together or to yourself.
Well, I'm
other
glad you're
things.
here, so you're educating the listeners on maybe some of those things
Yeah.
as a woman. Because again, men, we slip up. It is what it is. Sometimes we're the worst. Let's be real.
Okay.
So, in a short time, again, I know, thank you for being gracious with your time. What would you tell men? What education can you give them right now to say, you know what, this is a good explanation you was giving, El Cheapo.
Okay.
To say, hey, listen, these are the things, don't sleep on these things.
Right.
Just because you're married or in a relationship
Right.
does not mean you need to, kick back, have your little stinky, dirty
got it.
drawers on and think everything
it.
is
Don't
everything.
have the sticky dirty jaws on.
Well, some cats do. They don't wash their clothes. They got dirt, little
Yeah,
poopy stains
yeah.
in the drawers and all that.
Yeah,
The wife is
It's
washing them.
nasty.
Huh? Well, if your wife stay or whoever stays with you,
Hey.
God bless you.
She love your dirty drawers.
What would you tell the men, fellas? She's like, listen, fellas, here's the opportunity. I'm gonna give you a quick cheat sheet. I'm gonna give you a few tips.
Okay,
Just because you're married does not mean you stop dating.
that is true. So,
Boom, take it from there, Star.
communication,
Okay. Now, what does that look like?
I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah, what is communication?
dialogue, truly paying attention, right? So I'm talking to you, you are looking at me, you're telling me what I just said.
Not the Al Bundy. Oh.
Right, just like right now, I could be talking to you, but I'm looking over at the game. So part of me is paying attention, but really I'm in the game, right? So that's communication, right? And it's cross dialogue, right? Conversation, right? The other thing is little things add up. So I always tell people, if you have a jar, right, and you put the big rocks in there, right?
It's my thing right there.
Those big rocks add up.
What do I call them?
However, it's the little pebbles,
That's it.
it's the little things
Brownie points. That's what I call them. Need your brownie
that will
points.
piss her off. So those little things add up a lot more and take up a lot more space and a lot more tolerance than the big things. So pay close attention. And the last thing I would say is never underestimate a woman.
What you mean
We
by
might
that?
not say
Oh,
anything.
okay.
Our minds are always going, right? Because we do have the ability to multitask.
Whoa,
To me,
man,
more
good
so
stuff.
than some men, right? Because as a mother, you're taking care of the kids, you're taking care of the husband, you might be working, taking care of the house. You're constantly multitasking, right? So as you're moving forward in your relationship, you need to pay attention and never underestimate and always listen. Because most of the times, if we're not telling you directly, we're telling you in little things that
And
we may
actions.
say. Right? And we're watching, yes.
Yes.
And we're watching. So sometimes, sometimes we'll nod and be like, yeah, okay, you got that, motherfucker. But later, we just might nab you on that same thing that you did because today, that was the last day that you're going to do that and had enough. It could be the littlest of things, it could be the biggest of things, but never underestimate.
Can I go back a little bit?
Please.
Talk about your podcast.
Yes.
You said there's a group you in. Mm-hmm. What does that group make up of? Is it just married folks? Is it a mixture of married single women, married single women, single men? And can you elaborate on your group on your podcast?
So, mixture of ages, right? Through the years, right? 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. And then we also invite guests, right?
Okay.
So those guests could be married couples. They could be people that are divorced. They could be single. They could be co-mingle. Mm-hmm. You know, so any and everybody.
What type of topics do y'all cover? Give me a topic. Right
So right now we're just talking about the foundational part. But as we're starting to move forward, it could be anywhere from trust, having friends of the opposite sex and what that looks like in a relationship. Mm-hmm. Even if that person could be possibly an ex.
sound like
Platonic
So,
relationships.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
What? As far as what?
Having an ex as a friend. How,
Yeah. There's even a part in the book that talks about that. Can you have an ex who is now a platonic friend?
Well, you know what's
Can you-
great? Well,
It depends on the individual, and it depends on the friendships and the boundaries.
so let's think about this, because a lot of times, baby moms, baby dads, you have those situations where maybe when you were younger you had a child with you know, a person that obviously you didn't marry, but now the kid grows up and they're part of the life. So yeah, I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
Could be a level of friendship there.
I think you can have a
Absolutely.
friendship with your ex. Yeah.
Yeah. It depends
As long as you
on.
respect
There you go.
Respect
Say it
the
again.
boundaries.
Say it
And
again.
you're open up and you're not hiding. So like
Yep.
if you're with a significant other and you're like, hey, you know, we're still talking and you involve them, I think it's okay.
Yeah, and that's the key. But you also got to sit down with your partner, your spouse, whoever, and have that conversation. What does it look like? But it's also making sure that that ex or that even that platonic from the past plays their position. Because
know their position too.
exactly,
Know their position.
exactly.
One thing I understand about women is that y'all don't trust other women. So even though they may understand their position, you're engaged, this is a friend, how do you deal with that? Because
As long-
you know, once women, they you know, from what I understand, women, once they go, you know, once they know what they want, they go.
Rumor has it. Rumor has it.
Yeah,
Rumor has
yeah,
it. Yeah, I ain't want to gossip say Miss Benita, but rumor has it.
That's true, but you observe them, right? So as women, if it's another woman that's a platonic friend or whatever, we're looking at how they move. We're looking at their conversation. We're looking at their frequency. You know, just like a dude would do to another guy, right? You're looking at, okay, if it's a platonic friend, you're introducing them. How are they greeting you? How are they greeting her? What's their involvement? What's their frequency? What are they talking about? How frequently are they talking? You know, is it open conversation? Is it inclusive conversation, right? So again, it's all about making your partner feel comfortable. And the reason why I say partner a lot, you could be married, you could be dating because it's a partnership. Some people are married and don't have a partnership.
Right.
True.
They have a spouse.
Right. But you're right.
You
Men
know,
are slow.
so-
Because
Yeah.
how many times have I heard a woman say to a guy, the woman could be a friend, and say, hey, that girl like you. And you're like, what? What are you talking about? That's my buddy.
Clueless. Because we know we're a woman.
Yeah, they like, no, that girl like you.
There you
You're,
go.
like, you're right. No, it's just like that. We don't have those type of conversations. Oh no, you won't have to end that.
Yeah,
What?
that's a done deal. I don't like that bitch. Damn.
No, there's nothing wrong if the person has a like, but they need to understand, look, this ain't going to happen. You
She's
know.
saying that now. she's still
yeah.
she's still a newlywed.
She a honeymoon
stage.
Yeah, she
No,
did say
trust
up to a
me.
year.
If he was here, he'd be like, yeah, no, she no nonsense. I'd be like, yo, who that? I need to meet them.
No, I'm
I
saying,
need to feel
but, I mean-
comfortable. If not done, okay, you need to curve that. Not say you need to quit it,
Yeah,
but you need to curve that.
But if you know another female
Mm-hmm.
like your man and their friends, it'll be okay with you that they can still communicate. And stay in
Periodically. Periodically.
But you need to know about it.
I need to know about it.
Now, if you don't know about it, he's doing something behind your back.
There
I
you
guess
go.
that's going to be an issue.
But at the same time, there are ways that you as a woman, if you know that and they're displaying that, you can put them in check. And then it's kind of like, look, if I see that you're being disrespectful, I have a feeling you're being disrespectful, they cut.
Who's cut? The man or the woman?
Oh,
What
the
combination?
woman, absolutely. And if you don't cut them, I'm going to cut you.
That's okay.
You sound like a Puerto Rican. I shouldn't say that. She cutting people.
I ain't got time for this shit.
That's right.
This is some bullshit.
I ain't putting up with no shit.
It's some bullshit.
You know.
Fuck all this shit up right
So
now.
yeah,
Okay,
there's
gotcha.
times that you truly gotta, let them know. Like, yeah, that's nice that y'all friends and all, but you calling, you doing all this or that, asking for pay, that shit's all in the past.
Oh, she need me to come over and shoot some with her car.
Man,
Yeah,
you better go on, card buys.
Oh, damn.
There's mechanics out there. You can Google stuff nowadays.
Oh, you can do all that. Now, again, Star,
Yes.
thank you for your time. And I
You're
told you I was
welcome.
going to keep you short and sweet. It wasn't going to hold you up because we are enjoying cigars and drinking. We're at the lounge. You can hear the background noise.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
I'm going to ask you, is there anything that you would let the folks to know that we didn't touch on? Like, Stone, you forgot to ask this. El Cheapo, you forgot to ask this. Is there anything there?
Nah, just, we're on Facebook.
Okay,
I'm always putting stuff on there.
I'm about to say, that's going to be my next question. How can people support you?
Yep.
Where can we follow you at? Are you on social media? Give out your social media. Let us know where you're at so we can support you. So give you the opportunity to do that.
Yes.
On Facebook, what's the name on Facebook?
The Dating Pool Posse.
Dating Pool Posse.
Like I said, the book, we're on Spotify.
Okay, wherever they can get
Apple,
wherever
wherever
they
you
get
can.
podcasts.
There you go.
You're on that platform.
Yep, so just check us out. We're in our infancy stage. We're going to be building up momentum. But also, if you see a link on there asking you to come in on a chat that we're having, you can log in remotely and join in on the conversation. So we need participation, or, it's just a few people talking about their dating experiences. We want to hear from others. Challenge the conversation.
Oh, I love it.
Include in the conversation. Enlighten us in the conversation.
I'm loving it. El Cheapo,
That's
anything,
how we grow.
sir?
No, I'm good. Great conversation.
Listen, I thank you.
Thank you.
Star.
All
El
right.
Cheapo, my people. At the lounge live with the background noise, drinking. We was drinking. What was you drinking? You was drinking some honey whiskey. El Cheapo, what were you drinking tonight? You forgot. He's drunk. He forgot.
Blue Swift.
I got some wine tonight, and I'm smoking the
We're on chill mode. That's
Foundation.
why.
But listen, folks, Smoke World Podcast, IG, SmokeWorldPodcast.com is the website. TikTok. I'm on TikTok. That's right. But I'm realizing Smoke World Podcast is Smoke World Pod 50 on TikTok, people. And the Facebook group, Smoke World Podcast. Come check us out. Join us. If you don't know, now you know. Tell your cousin, your uncle, your nieces, and all that good stuff. And we will check y'all out on the other side. Appreciate y'all listening. Peace out.
It's the Smoke World Podcast. It's time to talk about what's happening, baby. So run, don't crawl. It's the Smoke World Podcast. It's time to think. So go ahead and